as I'm President of the United States, Iran will never be allowed to have a nuclear weapon.
Right now at 11, President Trump addressed the nation just moments ago after Iran launched more than a dozen missiles at 2 U.S. military bases in Iraq last night. Iranian leaders say that the attack was revenge for last week's killing of a top general. We have team coverage this morning, including reaction from Texas lawmakers. First, though, let's get over to Skylar Henry with the latest from the White House.
President Trump spoke to the nation about the ongoing conflict with Iran.
As we continue to evaluate options in response to Iranian aggression, the United States will immediately impose additional punishing economic sanctions on the Iranian regime.
Iran launched more than 24 ballistic missiles at Iraqi air bases hosting the U.S. military.
The American people should be extremely grateful and happy. No Americans were harmed in last night's attack by the Iranian regime.
In Iran, crowds chanted, "Death to America," while the country's supreme leader called the attack a slap in the face. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei says the missile strike was a response to the U.S. killing of a top Iranian general.
They try to introduce such a man as a terrorist. These are unfair, unjust Americans. Liars.
The Ayatollah says Iran wants the U.S. out of the Middle East, but stops short of calling for more attacks. Democratic lawmakers say they are still considering a resolution to limit President Trump's ability to wage war with Iran.
The fact that they use weapons that we could detect and give enough leeway time for our men and women to run to bunkers is a good sign. So I think the president at this point should take that as an opportunity to de-escalate and potentially, keep us out of war.
Administration officials are back on Capitol Hill today, giving lawmakers classified briefings on Iran. Skylar Henry, CBS News, the White House.
Now, within hours of the Iranian missile strike, the FAA barred U.S. carriers from flying in airspace of Iran, the Gulf of Oman, and waters between Iran and Saudi Arabia, citing heightened military activities. Now, Nicole Jacobs joins us now in studio with reaction from state lawmakers on how the tension is impacting the state of Texas. Nicole.
Well, Russ, in a matter of 48 hours, Texas Governor Abbott says the state has experienced 10,000 attempted Iranian cyber attacks on state-owned computers and networks. That's just one effect of the tension between the United States and Iran that hits close to home for Texans. While President Trump says it appears Iran is standing down if this tit for tat continues, the question is, can Iran strike the U.S.? We asked UTA political science expert Brett Sassley.
Well, first of all, they don't have the capability to hit the United States. They do have the capability to use their proxies and their clients to hit American interests around the region and including in Europe.
And we are getting reaction from Texas lawmakers this morning. Representative Colin Allred posting on Twitter last night, "I am praying tonight for the safety of all our men and women in uniform serving in Iraq." And Representative Mark Beasley adding, "praying for the safety of our brave military personnel." And Russ, in an interview with Fox News, Senator Cruz called Iran extremely dangerous.
And we're going to continue to watch that situation very closely, obviously. Nicole, thanks.